Hey you guys, it's Ashley. I just got out of the shower and it is like, I think 11:30 at night. I was debating whether to do this video or not, or videos, and I've decided to go ahead and do it. And I do not want negative comments or anything. I am sharing this with you to help other people. I have a few friends that have just went through miscarriages in the past month or two, and you know, I want my story to help them and know that they're not alone. Even though I just had a baby, I've been right where they were just a year ago. So this will be part one of my miscarriage story, and I actually decided that I was going to read to you guys the post that I made on September 21st, 2008, and that was a few days after I had my miscarriage. And this tells the story and tells how I felt then and where I was with telling the world that I had had a miscarriage, because I had told my blogging world and my stamping world that I was pregnant, and then I had to come and explain. And on my blog, I think I got like 64 comments, but I had hundreds, and I mean seriously hundreds of emails from people across the world telling me about their miscarriages and their experiences. And I think that women that unite and support one another at those difficult times, that can only help you. So I found out I was pregnant last year on August 6th, and I was shocked because we had just decided that month in July to start trying. So I got, boom, I was pregnant the first month. I was so shocked, so excited, but scared out of my mind for some reason, and just super nervous. And I remember I looked at my mom the day after I found out I was pregnant, and I said, what if I lose this baby? And she's like, you can't think like that. And I was like, but what if that happened? I swear to you, I have a sixth sense about things. I just felt like something was wrong. And then the week after that, I was having like horrible cramping feelings and stuff, but I had read that that can be normal. And then I broke out with a rash all over my entire stomach and down my legs, and that was so weird. I mean, I just didn't understand it. And I had called to make my first appointment, and they ended up, you know, getting me in at 9 weeks. So I went in at 9 weeks, and she did the check and, you know, all that stuff, and she's like, everything's great, your cervix is closed, everything looks perfect. And I was like, so I'm really pregnant? And she's like, yeah. She's like, everything looks good, and you're due on April 3rd, 2009. And I mean, I went home. We went home ecstatic, you know, we told everybody, and we were just super, super excited. And then, so that was at 9 weeks, and then at 12 weeks is when it happened. So I hope, I'm already at like 3.5 minutes, almost 4 minutes, so I'm going to try to read through this real quick. This is what I posted on my blog a couple days after my miscarriage. I said, this is truly the hardest post I will ever have to make, and I'm sure that I'm going to cry through writing every bit of it. I know that I don't have to share this with you, but for some reason I feel that I need to share what happened and how I feel. This has truly been one of the worst weeks of my life. Thursday we went to a doctor's appointment, or to my 12-week checkup, and it was our first chance to hear our baby's heartbeat. I was scared because I think I knew that something was wrong, but excited because maybe there was a chance I would be wrong about that. I had been spotting for a few days, and they told me not to worry about it, but I knew something was wrong. Needless to say, we didn't hear our baby's heartbeat on the Doppler, and instead we were rushed into an emergency ultrasound. I knew something was wrong the moment I saw the screen. I still have nightmares every night of seeing that screen over and over again. I could see our baby, but no little heartbeat, just laying on the bottom of my uterus. The doctor didn't even know what to say. She didn't have to say it. I already knew that very moment that I would never get to hold or rock my baby. That makes me Like, if I cry through this, you guys understand. It is the single hardest thing that I've ever had to face. You know, miscarriage is so taboo in this world, and I think that's crazy. A mother should have every right to go through the grieving, because it is a real life and a very real loss. The most amazing thing to me is how, in the blink of an eye, all of your hopes and dreams can change. You realize over the next days that you are capable of feeling a sadness deeper than you ever thought possible. That you truly are just as strong as those people that you thought were the strongest people in your own life. You also realize that you are not alone, and that this has happened to a lot of people. You also realize how loved you are by people, and that you never thought cared much. I've found people coming from all walks of life, friends that I haven't talked to in years, and my family trying to help me through this hard, gray moment in my life. It's amazing how your perspective on life changes at the flip of a switch, not all for the bad either. One of the greatest findings over the past few days is that my husband is my rock and truly the love of my life. We've always been so close, but I think that we have a new understanding of each other. We are both grieving, and he doesn't have to say anything to help me. Just the fact that when I'm sitting in the middle of the living room floor crying, he picks me up, wraps his arms around me, and doesn't let go. He is my everything. I'm very sorry if this is hard for you to read, but I hope that if you've been there, or going through it, or will go through it, or know someone who has to go through it, that these words will help you find the strength and the light in some of it. I'm not saying it's easy, because it is far the hardest thing I've ever had to encounter, and I cry every single day. But I have hope for a brighter tomorrow. For now, I dream of the day that I get to hold a beautiful, healthy baby in my arms. I know that Jesus is taking care of my baby until I get there. It's gonna make me cry. But I wrote this on September 21st, 2008, and Grant's first due date was September 1st, 2009. And I know a lot of people will say that doesn't mean anything, but to me it does. It did, and it does. And I went through a lot, you know, and I still cry sometimes. I mean, I have a beautiful, absolutely perfect baby boy, but I will never forget the angel that I lost, because it was a baby and it was a life. But it's just something that, you know, it's hard to go through. You can't explain it to anybody that's not been through there. You know, and I had a lot of support, but the thing is too, is that I felt like over, you know, just a few weeks or so, that people started to forget about it and forgot my feelings, and didn't understand why I was still hurting months down the road. And you know, even when I got that positive pregnancy test in January 15th, I got pregnant in December, that didn't help me. I mean, I was excited, but scared out of my mind. So, I mean, and there's nothing people can do for you at that point, but people need to realize that you need to grieve, and it may take you longer. And my entire dream, my entire life, was to be a mom, and when that was swept away, you know, it was absolutely devastating. So I have a minute left. Let me read this to you guys. It says, "I'll be there from your little angel. Daddy, please don't look so sad. Mama, please don't cry. 'Cause I am in Jesus. I'm in the arms of Jesus, and he sings me lullabies. Please try not to question God. Don't think he is unkind. Don't think he sent me to you and then he changed his mind. You see, I'm a special child, and I'm needed up above. I'm the special gift he gave you, that you gave him, the product of your love. I'll always be there with you, and watch the sky at night for the brightest star that's gleaming. That's my halo's brightest light." Okay, I'll have to reread this in another video, so I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.